Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on education. In this video we're going to look at teachers, social class and underachievement, the work of Dunne and Gazeley. Access to education in the UK continues to be strongly shaped by social class, with working class students consistently underperforming compared to their middle and upper class peers. Dunne and Gazeley investigated the role that teachers play in this pattern of inequality, focusing particularly on how teacher perceptions, expectations and classroom practices may contribute to working class underachievement. Their study explored whether teachers unconsciously treat students differently depending on their social background, and how this treatment affects students' engagement, confidence and academic performance. In doing so, their research challenges the idea that underachievement can be explained solely by material deprivation or parental attitudes, instead drawing attention to the role of the school itself in reproducing inequality. To investigate these questions, Dunne and Gazeley employed a qualitative research design that combined in-depth interviews with classroom observations. The sample included teachers and students from a range of secondary schools in England, with participants drawn from diverse social backgrounds. This mixed approach allowed the researchers not only to examine what teachers said about their students, but also to observe how their beliefs translated into classroom behaviour. Such a method is particularly valuable in identifying subtle, often unconscious practices that might otherwise remain hidden in large-scale quantitative studies. The findings revealed clear patterns in the way teachers perceived and treated students according to social class. Teachers were found to hold lower expectations of working class students, often assuming that they were less capable, less motivated, or had weaker parental support. These assumptions influenced teaching practices. Working class students were more likely to be given less demanding tasks, less encouragement, and fewer opportunities to display higher level skills. In contrast, middle class students tended to be stretched with more challenging work, received more encouragement, and were given better access to resources and support. Such unequal treatment meant that middle-class students were pushed towards academic success, while working-class students were held back. This imbalance reinforced what sociologists describe as the self-fulfilling prophecy. Working-class students often sense their teachers' low expectations and internalise these views, leading to lower self-confidence, disengagement from schoolwork, and eventually underachievement. In this way, teachers' attitudes became part of a cycle. Low expectations shaped student responses, which then appeared to confirm the teacher's original assumptions. Dunne and Gazeley's study therefore demonstrates that schools are not neutral environments. Instead, they play an active role in reproducing wider social inequalities by channeling students into different educational trajectories according to class background. The study has clear applications for A-level sociology students, especially in the study of education and social inequality. From a Marxist perspective, the findings illustrate how schools contribute to the reproduction of class inequality, not only through the formal structure of the education system, but also through hidden processes like teacher expectations. Meanwhile, from an interactionist perspective, the study highlights the importance of labelling in teacher-student interactions in shaping pupils' self-concepts and achievements. It connects closely to Becker's research on labelling, Rosenthal and Jacobson's work on the self-fulfilling prophecy, and broader debates about internal factors affecting achievement, such as streaming and subcultures. Dunne and Gazeley also highlight policy implications, suggesting the need for teacher training to raise awareness of unconscious bias and ensure consistently high expectations for students of all social backgrounds. There are important strengths to this study. The qualitative design allowed the researchers to collect rich and detailed data that captured the complexity of classroom life and teacher attitudes. The combination of interviews and observations provided triangulation, making the findings more reliable and offered a full picture of how class inequalities are reproduced in schools. However, the study also has limitations. As a qualitative small-scale study, the findings may not be easily generalisable to all schools in England. The researcher does not quantify the precise impact of teacher expectations compared to other factors, and it focuses mainly on teachers without exploring other influences on underachievement, such as peer groups, curriculum design, or wider structural issues in the education system. In conclusion, Dunne and Gazeley demonstrate that teachers play a significant role in reproducing social class inequalities within education. By holding lower expectations and providing fewer opportunities for working class students, teachers contribute to a cycle of underachievement that reflects and reinforces broader class divisions in society. The study is a reminder that education is not simply a meritocratic process, but one shaped by subtle processes of bias and labelling, emphasising the importance of teacher awareness, reflective practice, and the need for educational policies that tackle inequality both inside and outside the classroom. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on education, looking at teachers' social class and underachievement, the work of Dunne and Gazeley. Thanks for watching.